What's up guys, Pidget here. Today I want to compare the Vortex of Projection Archmage builds on two different Ascendancy. The first Ascendancy is Elementalist with Golems and the second Ascendancy is Hierophant. We will take a look on the damage, on the tankiness, the recovery. But before we starting anything, I want to cover something about Elementalist, guys. So today, or for me this morning, they decided for some weird reason they need to nerf the new Ascendancy change for Elementalist, which is, in short, they removing the increased damage taken when you chilling an enemy. So basically we lost damage on Elementalist just like that. It was like 15% increased damage taken when you was chilling the enemy around like 30%. I genuinely not understanding. This was already not that strong, and you will see in a second why I saying like that, because guys, so now I feel like only damage node that you're taking is literally just the mastermind of Discord, but for that you need apply exposure and also you need, you know, the golem buff, and then that is your Ascendancy. So if you're comparing to the Hierophant, right, so let me show you something guys here. So if you're comparing the damage, so alone here 20% more damage just like that with one single click, and then you getting even more mana here, even more aura effect and tankiness here just for one mana, and also the small nodes increasing the mana regen mana, and also, you know, you getting endurance and power charges as well. And the power charges will make your, you know, elemental overload so much more consistent with 20% crit chance. I'm not understanding this change on the Elementalist. With this knowledge we will proceeding and let's start the compare. As you can see here, both PoE has the same items, only difference is little bit the tree, because you know, as an Elementalist you will need to take the Golem Monster node here and you're paying 4 points for this one, and also because you need to utilize this one, right, then you need chill effect increased and also more damage taken, and also you need this mastery as well. The chill from hits always reduce action speed at least 10%. Maybe you can remove this one later, but this is also 4 point, this is also 4 points, so you're basically paying 8 points for that one. And so this is right now how is our tankiness looking. So this is Arcane Cloak on and the Sigil of Power on both PoBs, and enabled, you know, the defensive stuff that we can have. And you can see here the life regen is very nice, the mana regen absolutely nice. We have recovery on the energy shield because we have leech here, and you know, you can see here 5.7 million DPS right now, PoB DPS. Obviously the real DPS maybe will be higher or a little bit lower. The thing is, you can see here guys, we spending, I feel like way two more point to just justifying to use, for example, you know, the Shaper of Winder and the Liege of Remedial. And now let's check out the Hierophant, guys. Once again, the tree is a little bit identical, but because obviously we doing you know, no golem stuff, so we're not taking this, we're not taking this at all, so we gaining 8 points just like that, and we can spend that 8 points on different various ways, guys. You can see here, so for example, you can take the Arcane Capacitor here, you can take Devotion here, and you know, a little bit more mana node down there. You can see here, so our tankiness already way higher than the Elementalist. So let me pull up here the PoB like this, guys. So on the right is the Elementalist, on the left is the Hierophant. You can see here the differences is just mind-blowing, right? Obviously our life regen will be lower on the mana guy because we don't have golems. For example, the maximum life so much better, the mana is also much better, the energy shield way more, and also the damage is 400k more on the mana guy. And by the way, so the difference is because we can have access endurance charges on this Ascendancy, on the other one you can have just odds, but that is not consistent, right? So technically you're taking 16% less elemental and physical damage, which is very, very huge. And also, I mentioned earlier, you will getting better elemental overload uptime, and you don't need to worry about at all about when you're not critting and so on, because literally I feel like every single cost will crit at least one time, while on the Elementalist will be not the case because you have 8% crit. Maybe you even need to take a little spell crit just to, you know, make more consistent this one. So the thing is, guys, as you can see here, and before you asking or suggesting, I tried exactly the same tree, but you can't do that because you know, we need to take this and this once again, guys, before you suggesting that option. So let's continue on this one, guys. Just look at this, the energy shield. This is literally the same gear. Once again, this is literally the same gear in the POBs. You can see here, so literally same items here, same items here. So I basically just clicked here, you know, clicked here, remove this, and just set it to Templar and the Ascendancy here. So we have 4.5k energy shield and also almost 600 energy shield leech, and this is not even our final form. So I was just started adding like different ring base, you know, the cerulean ring, you know, this one, this is absolutely strong. So basically you're getting like 300, 600 mana just like that. You getting more if you getting like mana on your body armor, you will getting another like 500 mana. So we're talking about like almost 10k mana and like 5k energy shield, and with better gear you will have like easily like almost 6 or 7k energy shield. And it's pretty damn mind-blowing how much difference is this one. And also one thing with the elementalist, guys, so if your golems is dying, right, so all of your golems dead because that can happen, right? So if I deleting all of this modifier, you can see here immediately your damages goes down, your mana regen goes down, your cost speed, everything is just goes down. Okay, so this can be maybe not the case every single time, so don't get me wrong on this one, but it can happen. So your mana golem will die, your defense golem will die, or the increased damage golem will die. So it can happen so many things that is making so inconsistent if you comparing to Hierophant, because the mana guy will just literally just casting the spells and you will don't need to worry about anything else, just literally just press your Sigil of Power and that's it basically. This Ascendancy is just way more stronger than the Elementalist itself, because so if you comparing this one, by the way, 2k energy shield just like that, I'm not understanding how this is not get nerfed, but you know, Trickster getting nerfed and Power Siphon, why we have this ability, and Archmage in the game. So I'm not complaining, I just, you know, comparing to, you know, different things, so I'm not seeing the logic behind it. In short, if you just want to play a different build, you can start with Elementalist, but you will play a weaker variant, Archmage Vortex of Projection. Once again, you see the damage numbers and also the golem stuff and also the defensive stuff as well, guys. Very conditional. So if you're not chilling the enemies, right, then you will take more damage than you supposed to be. So you could have less than this number, like 10% easily. So that is, you know, a big concern in my opinion. And also, guys, one big thing why I feel like I will start with the mono guy, because, guys, this build has potential to face tank the Uber bosses, while the Elementalist doesn't have, because the endurance charge alone is making so much more better and more competitive, right? Because you can just say, yeah, I don't care about the 16% physical damage or elemental damage reduction, right? That is very unlikely you will outscale it, even if you have, I don't know, like Mage Blood or something, because, you know, endurance charges is always will give you that much percentage. So this is why I feel like this Ascendancy has the option to face tank Ubers and, you know, Cirrus Meteor and so on. So my conclusion on this one, guys, if you want to play something new just for the sake you playing something new, I would suggest go to Elementalist. But if you want to go just for, you know, smoothness and, you know, consistent gameplay, consistent damage, you know, not worrying about your golems. And by the way, many people missing as well, there is a map mod that is making, you know, the enemy projectiles chain. So even if you would not hit by a projectile and your minion is getting hit by a projectile, you will getting hit because of the chain. It will be very noticeable, trust me guys. So that is also a big concern. Why, you know, the Hierophant doesn't have this problem, you don't need to worry about that map mode at all. And I know there is a, you know, Pantheon, right? So I don't know which one is. So there is one that is here, yes, here, Soul of Lunaris, it that fell and avoid projectiles that have chained. So technically you can counter it, so don't get me wrong. But you know, on bossing settings, you want to use the Soul of Solaris and not the Soul of Lunaris, in my opinion. But also this is on depends on fights, obviously, because for instance, I'm liking on Uber Cirrus the Soul of Solaris, but on like you know, Uber Cortex, like invitations, Soul of Lunaris will be much better because you will getting constantly hit and also you will getting, you know, more physical damage reduction as well. So you know, there is so many things in the Pantheons as well that you can do. So the thing is, in my opinion, so if I need to choose, I would choose the Hierophant Archmage build over Elementalist because it's just so much more smoother. I'm sorry guys, so even with the nerfs, so at least before they decided to nerf the freaking you know, notable, that we was not even able to play it, it was a little bit higher damage on the Elementalist. So at least I could say, yeah, Elementalist was a little bit higher or something like that, but now this is not even the case. So now Elementalist is just worse choice in my opinion, but I will give you the opportunity to choose what you really want. But I feel like I will start with the mono guy, and also I will make League Starter POB. So this is both League Starter POB, so I will make the 2 League Starter POB for it and I will publish it both if you want to play the Elementalist. This was my conclusion guys. I don't know if you agreeing on this one or not, but if you have any you know, opinion or why you think it would be better Elementalist over the mono guy, let me know in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching guys. I was Bridget. See you next time.